Instagram just released a brand new feature that'll make it easier for you to get views on your Reels. The new tool is called Meta AI Translations, and what it does is it takes the audio from your Reels, translates it into multiple languages, and then syncs that audio with your mouth to make it look like you're speaking those languages, which means your Reel has the potential to reach a global audience in their native language, which actually has some cons that go along with it. We'll be breaking it down, showing you how it works right now. Now, in order to turn on this feature, when you're uploading a Reel, you're just gonna click the next button like you would to upload your Reel. And then you're gonna scroll down and click the More Options button here at the bottom. When you do that, scroll down a bit and you'll see Translate Voices with Meta AI. You're gonna wanna turn that on. And then all you gotta do is finish uploading your Reel. So I'll just title this maybe like YouTube tips for now. Gonna click OK, and then I'm gonna click share. Now here's my Reel posted, and you'll notice in the bottom left corner, it says translations processing. So now you have to wait for Meta AI to finish translating your video. Now, luckily, I already uploaded a video 18 hours ago. And yes, it took 18 hours for Meta AI to translate my Reel. And now I have the versions on this video. Let's go ahead and listen to this. We'll start with English here.
Let me show you exactly what I did to get this YouTube play button. And no, I don't have a $997 course to sell you.
So there's the English version. Let's go ahead and switch the language. Now you'll notice I have the option to switch between Hindi, Spanish, and Portuguese. Let's try Spanish and see how closely this sounds like me.
Déjame mostrarte exactamente lo que hice para conseguir este botón de reproducción de YouTube. Y no tengo un curso de $997 para venderte. Así que el secreto es resolver problemas.
Now, I don't know Spanish at all, but I definitely hear problemas for problems. So I think it's doing a pretty good job. It doesn't sound 100% like me, but I think that was pretty decent. Let's try Hindi.
मुझे आपको ठीक-ठीक दिखाता हूँ कि मैंने यह YouTube प्ले बटन पाने के लिए क्या किया। और नहीं, मेरे पास आपको बेचने के लिए $99 का कोई कोर्स नहीं है। तो रहस्य यह है कि उन समस्याओं को हल किया जाए।
I think that's actually pretty decent. Now, while this feature is awesome, and it's great that you can now reach a global audience, there are definitely some cons that come along with this. For example, I like to have the engaging captions for my Reels, but if those are in English and the translation that someone else sees is in Spanish or Hindu, and those captions don't align with their language, they're not going to be as engaged with the video because they can't read the captions. And so if they scroll past, that's going to hurt my video's retention and how long people stay watching, and thus affect how well my video does. And so ultimately, I think it sounds really good on paper to have your video be able to reach a global audience, but if everything else is not optimized for that global audience, then it is going to affect how long people end up watching your Reels. However, I don't think that means you shouldn't use AI translation or AI dubbing for your videos. I would actually take a strategy that Mr. Beast has taken with his content, where he has created different channels for different languages. That way, he's still reaching a global audience, and all the captions and the titles and everything are translated over for that language. And Submagic actually makes this insanely easy to do. You can click the link in the description to sign up and follow along, but all you have to do is click Generate Captions. I'm gonna click my video here, and then all I have to do is click Translate down here, and I can choose what I want the captions to be in. So, for example, I'll choose Spanish here, and if I want to, I can even add a voice translation as well, which will automatically dub my voice into Spanish along with the captions, so that way everything works for that format. I'm gonna do one with just the captions without the voice, and then I'll do one with the voice as well. And then all I'm gonna do is switch this over to 9:16, and I do mess up my lines here a few times, so all I'm gonna do is just select all of this and click remove from selection, and now it's gonna start right here. And then I'm just gonna hop over to captions here just so we can see what this looks like. Let's go ahead and click play here. Here's an example of me using Submagic's translate feature. Perfect. And if I want to change how these captions look, I can do that. I could go for like a more Hormozy type look here. Here's like the Hormozy text effect going on, which is really awesome. You have a ton of these you can choose from. And there's a lot of other features packed into here to help you make a really engaging short, like fixing eye contact, clean audio, adding B-roll and zoom ins, etc. There's a lot packed in here. And now here's an example of me using Submagic's AI voice translation along with the captions translation to Spanish.
Aquí tienes un ejemplo de mí usando la función de traducción de Submagic. Ahora puedes llegar a personas en varios idiomas.
And now I have something that is designed for someone who speaks that language, both captions, both voice, and I can make something really engaging for them. And so depending on which countries you want to reach, you could create Reels profiles for yourself for those different languages. Or for example, here in the United States, we have mainly English and Spanish speaking. Maybe you could do English for your voice and Spanish for the captions. So that way you're catering to each group. Again, if you want to try this out for yourself, I have the link in the description. You can go sign up and try this with your own content. Let me know your thoughts on all this new AI dubbing stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.